For the past month, I've been making money from something that I totally forgot about.
What?
I hadn't promoted it, I hadn't mentioned it, and I honestly hadn't even thought about it. And yet, the payments were still coming in, baby. And if you've been rocking with me for a while, you're probably like,
finally, she's talking about it again.
So let me clear it all up. I get paid to read books out loud. It's called audiobook narration, and it was actually one of the first side hustles I ever did online. I was broke, I was stressed, and just trying to pay a light bill, and it changed the game for me. What I love about audiobook narration is that you don't need a fancy setup, you don't need a degree or experience. I literally recorded my audiobooks in my bedroom, getting real contracts and long-term royalty payments, okay? That's the long money that I talk about, y'all. The thing is, I haven't talked about audiobook narration here on this channel in a while, but that does not mean I forgot about y'all who are interested in audiobook narration. So y'all definitely want to watch this video all the way through. For those of you that are new to the channel, I will introduce you to audiobook narration, what it's about, and how you can start this hustle too, even if you're starting from scratch with no experience. But also for those of you that have been following my audiobook narration journey, you know I'm gonna fill you in this new book, the contracts, all that stuff that y'all wanna know about. But you know what you gotta do. Hit that algorithm in the face and let YouTube know that you like this money-making content. And you do that by hitting the thumbs up button. And also please don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. Make sure you drop a comment so I can say, hey. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get into this video where I'm going to share with you how I got paid to read for years. Let's go. Let's rewind to 2020. This is the peak of the time when we had to stay in the house. I was home, money was tight, and I was looking for something to bring in some income fast. Like I needed something. I need something reliable. I'm not getting a check. What's going on? So I came across a YouTube video that was talking about getting paid to narrate audiobooks through a platform called ACX. ACX stands for Audiobook Creation Exchange, and for those of you that don't know, it is owned by Amazon. So basically, ACX is the streamlined way to be able to get your audiobooks on Audible, because that's also owned by Amazon, and it's the #1 marketplace in the world for audiobooks. So it's a no-brainer that you would go to the source and read those books there so that you can get your money, honey. So yes, after watching that video, I went over to ACX. I didn't overthink it. I created a profile. I searched for some open narration jobs, and I found one that felt like a good fit. So I submitted an audition right away. I was not playing. Like I said, I didn't second guess a thing. But to my surprise, within 24 hours, I was offered my first contract. So yes, first try, first contract. Yes, your girl nailed it. And what's so amazing about it is that one contract turned into 6 audiobook narration contracts, because when I submitted my 15-minute checkpoint, that's basically a sample that you have to send over to the author so they can hear what the book is sounding like so far. When I sent that over to the author, she's like, I love your voice. I have another book for you to narrate. And I'm like, oh my gosh. All right, sure. So I ended up getting another contract. And from there, I was offered more and more contracts, which is how I just completed book number 6. So what exactly is audiobook narration? You're basically reading a book for somebody to listen to on Audible or other platforms, and you can narrate fiction, nonfiction, all kinds of genres. So no matter what genre you're interested in, I guarantee you there are books out there that you can get paid to narrate for. Now, the way that it works on ACX is authors will post their open projects, and you can audition by reading a sample of the book. And from there, if they like your voice, your pacing, your vibe, any of that stuff, at that point, you can get offered a contract. This last book, along with all the other books that I've recorded, were all recorded from home, mostly from my bedroom, using basic equipment. You don't have to go and buy super expensive equipment. And for those of you that are interested in the equipment, what I will say first and foremost is the main thing that you should do is invest in a microphone. They have microphones of all shapes, sizes, and for many different budgets. I will link my Amazon storefront down below so you can check out my audiobook narration equipment from there. But also a pair of headphones will be helpful as well. But the most important thing is getting that microphone. If you want me to take it even further and do a dedicated video about my equipment where I'm breaking down every single thing that I use, then just let me know in the comments and I will do that for y'all, okay? But I gotta know that you're interested. But let's get into the money aspect of audiobook narration. There are 3 types of contracts on ACX, and this is generally the same throughout the audiobook narration world, okay? So the first type of contract is a flat rate contract. You get paid once, you get your money, and you can roll out. So you're not going to get any royalties, but you are guaranteed to have payment. Now, the second type of contract is a royalty share contract. So my first 5 audiobooks, I signed a royalty share deal, which means every time that somebody buys that book, I get a cut, a commission, a royalty of 20%. And that royalty is locked in for 7 years. So that audiobook that I recorded in 2020, I'm still collecting a royalty from that and will continue to do so until 2027. That's just the first book. Now, the third type of contract is a royalty share plus contract. So it's a combination of the flat rate and the royalty share. This one is rare, but so good because you're getting paid and you're getting a percentage of the sales. It gets no better than that. So it's not going to be a common type of contract at all. But my most recent audiobook, Anything for the Family Part 3, is actually my first royalty share plus contract. So I got paid a flat rate and I still collect royalties for doing that last book. I recorded it months ago. I actually forgot about it. And when I realized it was already published and making sales, baby, that passive income is real. So again, a royalty share contract is not a common type of contract, but I'm so happy I got it. But I feel it through the screen. Some of you are wondering, is audiobook narration for me? Is this something that I could possibly do? Let me help y'all out and tell you some ways that you may know if audiobook narration is right for you. Number 1, if you're somebody that wants to work from home, you want the flexibility to make your own hours. You might have a family, kids, other obligations, a 9-to-5, something where you want to be able to not leave home, but still make money. Audiobook narration might be a great option for you. Another way to know if audiobook narration is good for you is if you have a clear speaking voice. If you're somebody that is a mumbler and you don't clarify your words, that's fixable, but you need to get it together, all right? So you should be speaking clearly because on the other end, the person that is listening to your audiobook, they want to be able to hear the story clearly, right? So yeah, a clear speaking voice is something that's quite important. Audiobook narration is also a great option for those people that want a passive income. If you want to do the work one time and then get paid for years to come, this is for you. But also if you're looking for a side hustle that you can start without a big investment, audiobook narration might be good for you as well because again, even if you're just buying a mic and headphones, it doesn't have to be expensive. There are bundles out there for like $50 where you can get headphones, a microphone, and all that kind of stuff. Again, like I said, it's on my Amazon storefront, and if you do want me to do a dedicated video on that, I can. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of people overthink it. They think they need a studio or a special voice, that they shouldn't sound like anybody else in the world. But if you know how to read with personality and follow directions, you got this. Now, on the flip side, I have to keep it real with y'all. A lot of people try to go into audiobook narration and they don't succeed because, number 1, they are submitting sloppy auditions. They might have noise all in the background. They're not taking it seriously. They're reading in a boring way. Nobody's going to pick you if you're not taking it seriously. Another reason why people don't succeed in audiobook narration, they have poor quality audio. I'm telling you, I get this question so much that it bothers me. Oh my goodness.
Can I use my phone to record?
My biggest word of advice is do not record on your phone. Do not ask me about it in the comments. The answer is no. It's not a good look. It's not as good of a sound as something like this. If it's between you and somebody else with equal talent, and that person comes with a real microphone, and here you come sauntering up with your little audio from your cell phone, guess who's going to get the contract? So if you want to waste your time, you go ahead and keep submitting those auditions on that phone and see what happens. My very first microphone was actually given to me by a friend. So use your resources. There are people around you that have microphones more likely than not. So even if you can't afford your own microphone, ask to borrow one from a friend. But I shouldn't have to tell you that. You should be able to tap into your resources. Get the wheels turning. Come on, let's get on it, y'all. You want to get this money. And last but not least, a reason why people don't succeed at audiobook narration is because they quit too fast. They feel as though,
I auditioned for 3 audiobooks and nobody called me back.
listen, this is the same thing that actors go through. They go on audition after audition before they land that role. So don't assume that just because Nikki landed her first audition that should be your story as well. We're 2 different people and we have different paths. We have different talents. We have different skills, right? So just understand that the journey that I walk is not going to be the journey that you walk. But that's why I created the audiobook blueprint. It's my step-by-step course that shows you how to set up your recording space, understand the contracts such as flat rate versus royalty deals, and how to land your first contract faster. Now, for those people that do join the course, you get 2 coaching sessions with me and lifetime access to everything. Payment plans are available. So if you're ready to stop overthinking and finally start a side hustle that can actually pay you for years, the audiobook blueprint is your shortcut to get there. Okay, so you got all this information. Where do you go from here? You have several different options of the paths that you can take. You can do like I did and just jump right into the water and like, hey, I'm here, I'm gonna audition. Or if you're still on the fence, check out my audiobook narration playlist here on YouTube. I give you a lot of information throughout my journey. But if you are somebody that wants to make these money moves, that wants to grab the course, that is like, listen, I'm trying to do it right from the beginning, don't second guess it like most people do. The audiobook blueprint is linked here in this video as well as down in the description. So if you want to sign up, I would love to have you on board. Now, if you just want to support, go listen to Anything for the Family Part 3 on Audible. It's spicy and your girl narrated it. But whether you're brand new or if you've been part of the Nikki Connected crew for a while, I just want to remind you, you don't need 10 side hustles. You just need one good one that pays you over and over again. But I want to hear from you. Are you somebody that has been interested in audiobook narration? Have you tried to audition? Where are you at in the process? Let's chat about it in the comments. But if you did like this video, please do me a favor and let me and the YouTube algorithm know by hitting the thumbs up button. And also, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications so you can be notified when I drop a new video. But if you want to keep the vibe going and you want to learn even more about audiobook narration, I suggest you watch this video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye, y'all.
I might be broken down, but I'm smiling. I keep my head up high, though I fail. Sometimes I get a bit emotional, but then I turn around and let